Turning English board games into Spanish board games, part 3. Guess Who? And if you haven't ever played Guess Who, you get boards that look like this, and they have different people, and you get a card that this is your person, and the other person is trying to figure out who you have. And they do that by asking a series of yes or no questions related to the features of the different people. Now, you could type up a little cheat sheet that has some question starters, some different characteristics that they could ask if that would help them get started with asking questions. So for example, in English, we usually say, does your person have a hat? Does your person have blonde hair? Things like that. And so you could start out by writing out something that says, tu persona tiene, and then that way they can fill in the blank. Also, sometimes the questions are a little different. So for example, if you're trying to ask if somebody's blonde, you could say, tu persona tiene, my daughters would probably say pelo amarillo. That is probably what they would say. But this would be a place where I could add in, well, sometimes people call it pelo, but most of the time we actually, at least where I grew up, we call it cabello. And a blonde person is rubia. She's a rubia, right? Or tiene cabello rubio. So there's different ways of saying, do they have yellow hair? In English, we don't even say yellow hair, right? We say blonde. And then some of the other features that you could also highlight that they would have to know how to say this, and this is why I think this is a great game to play in Spanish, is, tienen lentes, aretes, zarcillos, tiene una liga en su pelo, tiene ojos azules, tiene pelo blanco, tiene bigotes, tiene un gorro puesto. So these are all questions that you can ask. And if they don't know these features, then you can introduce these features. The more you play, the more they'll remember the names of these features, and the more they'll be able to ask these questions without looking at cheat sheets. Guess Who in Spanish?